This is Tenemos Libertad. The recording's in the key of E flat, but we're going to do it in F. It's a three-part split. For the most part, it's pads. A nice light, airy pad. There's also, for pre-chorus 2, there's an organ. I will mention that organ is very piercing, and that's by design. It's that piercing in the recording as well. It's only used during that pre-chorus, so if people are saying something like, wow, that organ is really piercing, if you need to turn it down, you know how to do that, and you can, but I would caution you that the desired effect is for it to be really piercing because it's only during that one pre-chorus. That only runs to here. So organ is just there, and I've just demonstrated for you the third sound, which is used in the interlude. Under a guitar solo. And we may use that for the last chorus as well. So that runs from... Those are really the only notes that you're going to use, but it runs up to that G, I guess, in case we're doing it in the key of G. And the rest of it is pads. So I'll walk through the parts real quick here for you, and then I'll play the entire song. It's not very difficult, but just so that you have a reference for while I'm not there. So right off the top, you're just going to hit the one note F5. And then when the full band enters, you're going to pop off and then hold this, add the C. For verse 1, you're going to drop that down an octave, and that'll be for verse 1 and verse 2. You might embellish it a little bit for verse 2. Pre-chorus 1, you're tacit, and then for chorus 1, we're going to fatten up our pads a little bit, and I will add a left hand, but as a caution, when you go to the F chord, you have to go up for the F. If you go down for the F, we have that. So your chorus is sounding like this. And now tenemos libertad en el Hijo de Dios. Tenemos libertad en él. A gracia nos amó. Tenemos libertad. And then you're back to this. For verse 3, we're going to, whereas for verse 1 and 2 we were down here. For verse 3, we're going to just kind of keep simple, thin, but higher pads just to add some contrast. I'll demonstrate that as we go through the full song. Pre-chorus 2 is the organ. Sorry. Dun da 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 da. Dun da 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 da. Same chord holds. Dun da 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 da. Now we'll be fatter chorus. Tenemos libertad. Just a little fuller voicings than I did the first time. Tacit the first time through the interlude, and then the second time do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're back into a chorus, and now, which we'll do with full voicings, including this synth. If during full band training that synth adds too much, then just go back to what you were doing for previous choruses. But because we've introduced this element, I think it'd be nice to keep it in. Don't do full octaves with your left hand, just do single notes. And now, tenemos libertad. Tenemos libertad. Note is a B flat. Let's come up here and not be playing that synth for the last note. So that's really all there is to it. Oh, I have this to note that at the very end of the song you can use the D beam to fade the pads. So here we go for the full song. Just a single note for a little bit here. Now we'll put in a little space and come back in with the C. Coming down an octave. Just moving with the changes as appropriate. Verse 2, I might add a little bit of embellishment. Pre-chorus 1, we're tacit. And then for the chorus, we're going to come in with full pads, but we're going to avoid that F. Note the constrained motion. Intro as intro. And now I'm just going to kind of thin it out a bit. Here comes your organ for pre-chorus 2. Fuller pads. Tacit first time. Now in the recording, the bass synth is back there, but we feel usually like it's too much if you add it at this point, so we're going to wait till the second time through. Here you go. To a C here. Now I'll keep that in, single hand only. End on the pad with no synth, faded as we need. There you go, Tenemos Libertad.